Thank you, and I acknowledge all the ministers and representatives in the room. I too would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians, the elders past and present of the lands that we meet on today, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. I'm proud to acknowledge that across this great state there are many Aboriginal nations which we have travelled across to get and meet here today, the 121 local Aboriginal Land Council, and we do meet in the boundaries of Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council. Big shout out to Moree Local Aboriginal Land Council, Bogavilla Toomala Local Aboriginal Land Council and Gadooga Land Council, movers and shakers across the land right networks. Thank you to all Aboriginal people here today, the elders and the lands that you've travelled to join our celebration today. Today and every day we remember those land right warriors that marched, protested and campaigned for land rights in New South Wales. And we give thanks to those who are still with us and pay respect to those of past, from the Progressive Association to the Freedom Rides to the Tent Embassy to land rights. There are people who led the way and lead the way for us to move forward. And Alara, thank you, because you are our future and an amazing speaker and young people coming through today. It is so important that we really support and invest in supporting our youth, and you will be hearing from another member today, to Amanda Foreman, at lunch. I would also like to acknowledge the Coalition of Aboriginal Peak organisation, the partners in the chambers today, First Nations Disability Network, the Aboriginal Legal Service, AHMRC, ABSEC and Link Up. Thank you for being here today. My name is Anne Dennis. I was born on Namoy Aboriginal Reserve in Walgett. I've lived most of my life in Walgett, and I'm a proud Kamilaroi woman. I am the councillor for the North West region, and I am in my third term as one of the 9 elected councillors to NSWALC. Aboriginal missions and reserves were set up by government to segregate us. These are the most disadvantaged remote communities. They are isolated and they are in remote areas of New South Wales. As a finalist in the 2023 New South Wales Women of the Year, I had the pleasure of meeting amazing women from all over New South Wales who are doing incredible work and contributing to their communities. I'm so proud that I was able to stand side by side with many Aboriginal women finalists. Proud Wankamara and Barkindji woman Linda Edwards was named New South Wales Woman of the Year and Premier's New South Wales Woman of the Year. The work she is doing to achieve better and fairer financial outcomes for First Nations people is inspiring. It stands to reason that Linda is a member of the Narromine Local Aboriginal Land Council, because this is where much of the important work being done in our communities. And it is strong because we are Aboriginal community controlled organisations elected by Aboriginal people for Aboriginal people. As one of the NSWALC councillors, I am one of the co-chairs of CAPO New South Wales, which is a collective of peak bodies of Aboriginal community controlled organisations. As co-chair of New South Wales CAPO, I want to draw to your attention that New South Wales CAPO partnership began 12 years ago in 2011. A MOU was signed at the New South Wales State Land Council Conference in Cessnock. We work with government at all levels. We continue to work with government, and we will work with government until we are heard. Many of you here today may not realise the New South Wales CAPO membership as a combined 268 years experience in advocating for improved outcomes for Aboriginal peoples. The members of CAPO are NSWALC, established in 1977, legislated in 1983. ABSEC, the peak organisation for Aboriginal children and families, 1999. Link Up, New South Wales, 1980. The Aboriginal Legal Service, 1970s. The New South Wales AECG, 1977. Aboriginal Health and Medical Research Council of New South Wales, the first AMS set up in the 1970s. First Peoples Disability Network. Black Aboriginal Corporation, empowering the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander LGBTQIA community. The Aboriginal Culture, Heritage and Arts Association. And as mentioned, we collectively have 268 years of experience working with government for our communities. CAPO provides a strong, independent and coordinated voice to address issues affecting Aboriginal people in New South Wales. And we are asking you today, the government, to listen to our voices as we come directly from our communities. New South Wales CAPO is a member of the National Coalition of Peaks, who are signatories to the National Agreement on Closing the Gap. Our question to you is, as a new government, can you work in genuine partnership with us to implement the Close the Gap agreement in New South Wales? And we are the best state. I agree, Minister. We lead the states and territories across Australia, and we do this because of our collective voices, Aboriginal people, and our fights for rights over many, many years. Sovereignty was never ceded in our country, and we will continue to work with government at the local, state and national level to get better outcomes for our people. We ask this question in hope that together we can get past the decades we've been talking to and working with successive governments with minimal progress. It is clear many of the Close the Gap targets are not on track and, in fact, worsening. The Productivity Commission review of Closing the Gap, released recently, we continue to see poor results in the number of First Nation children in out-of-home care and First Nation adults in prison. Our CAPO members, Aboriginal Legal Service, ABSEC, New South Wales AECG, through our community organisations, are leading the fight in this space, but they continue to face funding uncertainty. It underlines what Aboriginal communities have been saying for decades. They must be at the forefront in their community, and there must be system-wide transformation of government agencies. Only then will we achieve meaningful change for Aboriginal people as we journey towards sustainability, self-determination and autonomy for all Aboriginal people and the wider community. The New South Wales CAPO is committed to supporting sustained and better outcomes across 5 priority Close the Gap reform areas of formal partnerships and shared decision making, building the community control sector, transforming government, shared access to data and information at a regional level, employment, business growth and economic prosperity. Positive things that we are working on under the second New South Wales implementation plan include work on local and regional partnerships that put Aboriginal communities in the driver's seat, driving the agenda. Work to create a funding model that properly addresses funding for Aboriginal community-controlled organisations to deliver services. Establishing a community data fund to establish local data projects that are built on principles of Indigenous data sovereignty and Indigenous data governance. I urge you to strengthen and continue to work in genuine partnership, all political parties and parliamentarians, to fully address the aspirations of the National Agreement on Closing the Gap. I ask each and every one of you to walk with us, that we as First Nation peoples be recognised in the Constitution and build on the progress we have made already by truly supporting the voice. We have a shared history, we have a shared culture. We have seen nothing better than in true devastation in our communities, bushfires, flooding, COVID, how we work together and how we overcome the challenges. So let's build a future together, because this is about our communities, this is about our people, and 40 years of Aboriginal land rights legislation. 40 years is a long time. The wheels turn slow, so let's build on this future for a better future. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.